All right, happy Tuesday night, everybody. Welcome on in to the Raiderland.com and Raiderland World Headquarters. This is the daily broadcast coming to you tonight, and you're going to get in on the United Supermarkets chat line. They do that every night. It makes it easy to communicate. They built this chat line. It's really, well, you get the idea. You got thoughts, you got questions, you got comments. We want to hear from you this evening. Tuesday's best. The topic tonight: the greatest sports logos of all time. Tuesday's best, brought to you by Kyle Rogers, Remax Realty in Lubbock. Buying or selling a home, you don't need to make two calls, one call to Kyle Rogers. We also have the greatest era of college sports. If you hate where college sports is today, you hate the NIL era, you hate the transfer portal era, you hate all that. Okay, when was the best era of college sports? What year was it? Sort of like trying to figure out, climate change and everything when they get whining about that and go, okay, well, what was the perfect temperature and when was it? Just tell me what year it was. So tell me what year is the greatest era? 80s, 90s, 1890? I don't know. You tell me. We got that tonight in Texas Tech baseball in progress, and it ain't good. They had a 3-hour rain delay, and it should have rained them out. They're down to UT Rio Grande Valley, 12-4, bottom of the sixth. Earlier in the inning, earlier in the inning, you had a home run to get two on in the bottom of the fifth, and you get out of the top of the sixth with no runs given up, and now you're down 12-4. We'll get into that. 2 steps forward, 1 step back for Texas Tech baseball. So a lot of different things, whatever's on your mind, we want to hear from you. Let's get it going tonight in 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, the website. Started there today, checking out the Raiderland hot links, the coolest links, the hottest links from around the internet. We figure if we like it, you're going to like it. Also, we give you the question of the day. Today, it is Tuesday's best. Give us the 2 best on the website. Sports logos of all time, college or pro, the coolest logos of all time. I submit to you, humbly, the original Lubbock Cotton Kings hockey logo. Now, we have all that today. We're brought to you by Lifts West Hotel and Condominium in Red River, New Mexico. Hey, you can live there year round. You could buy a condo and then rent it out to other people, or you can just go and stay and do like what we do there in Red River. Lifts West will make it happen. Your summer fun is waiting for you. The mountains are calling, but you better call quick because they book up pretty good during the summer months. So now is the time to get in. Also brought to you tonight by Gators Bayou, 98th and Slide Road in Lubbock, Texas. Hot Cajun food, cold drinks, all the games on TV with the sound up when they can get the sound. We can get audio. All the games, the audio is very good. So you can check all that out. And they've got a great patio. Tonight, maybe not the best night with all the storms and everything going on around. But if it's clear right there, you can sit on the patio and it'll be good. Well, let's do this tonight. James getting in on the United Supermarkets chat line, giving us thumbs up. We appreciate that. Everybody who gets in early, you got a couple of things to do. Let us know the audio is good, the video is good. Share it with your friends on YouTube, on Twitter X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, and on our Facebook page. And Craig, old school Craig, the talking box is indeed on. All right, so get your comments, your thoughts in tonight. A couple of different topics that we're going to run with this evening. What do you consider the greatest logos in all of sports? And I was hesitant today on the website just to easily go, hey, the double T logo, but it really is a great logo. The real double T, not the 3D, but the real double T logo, the flat logo, it stands out. It's easily recognizable. Nobody else in college sports has anything that resembles it or comes close to it. And Texas Tech, I think, over the last 25 years has really forfeited a lot of that with the 3D logo and some mixed messaging and branding. Go back to the real logo. It would have been easy to throw that out there. But I'll give you one of the great logos. Actually, was the Cotton Kings logo in 1999 when they emerged into Lubbock out of the WPHL, Western Professional Hockey League. That's a great logo. And as much as you might want to make fun of them, the Lubbock Crickets logo with with kind of a Jiminy Cricket of Disney fame swinging a bat, that wasn't a bad logo. I mean, you had some minor league sports, minor league professional sports in Lubbock over the last 25, 30 years that had pretty decent logos. But we can go college or pro tonight. What you consider the greatest logos and why? We also asked a question today on the 60 Seconds commentary. I get it. I know you guys hate NIL. Well, not everybody. I like it. I know you guys hate the transfer portal. Well, maybe not everybody. I kind of like it. But a lot of people think this is the worst era of college sports. If that be the case, if you hate this era of then you tell me the year you want to go back to. What is the perfect year of college sports in your opinion and why? What is it? When was it? Because I'm willing to bet you can give me a year and I can tell you things that weren't so great about it. And particularly if you're a Texas Tech fan, the last 75 years or so of college sports didn't exactly treat you great, did it? Here you are today going to Elite Eights, Final Fours, national championship games in the transfer era in basketball. Here you are signing great classes in football. Will it translate? You tell me. You tell me. What is it? You tell me. Jeff jumps into our YouTube channel. Please, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't cost nothing. Drive us over 500. Like us. Hit like, hit share on YouTube. I know Jeff does that every single day. The original Tampa Bay Buccaneers logo was great. It's a big pirate in a fluffy orange hat with a mustache and a plume. And it was so 1970s. And we looked at it and we said, it's okay. That's okay. That it seems normal that a pirate would look like that. And they were hideously bad. Jan is one of the great Red Raiders out there at the baseball game. Alphabet School up 12-4 in the bottom of the sixth right now. One out. Let's see. Dylan Maxey pitch hitting for Davis Rivers now as Villeneuve is on base after a single. So 1 on and 1 out, down 12-4. He gave up 7 in the third. He gave up 2 right off the bat. The Connor Mohan experience did not experience anything good today after the ACU outing. But here's the deal, Jan. The Alphabet School has an RPI of 39. Tech has an RPI of 62, I think, today. They have 9 wins against quad 1, quad 2 teams. They're a better baseball team than Texas Tech. I didn't even bother to look, and usually on midweeks, a lot of times they don't make lines for these games on the betting odds. I'm sure probably somebody had it in a faraway place, but they're a better team than you are right now. It have been all year. Sad reality. And you take 2 steps forward over the last 5 games, and then you come back today at home. I don't care about the weather. I don't care about anything. And you get bombed. This team is not mentally tough. Bottom line. Andy St. John is out there. He's on Facebook. Be his friend. Talk to him. NIL is great for Tech. Seems to be so far. But that's not the question. The question is, give me the greatest era of college sports. If you don't think it's right now, give me the era that you think is better or was better, because a lot of people complain. A lot of people don't like this. A lot of people hate this era of college sports for different reasons. Okay, then when was it better? When did you like it better and why? Going back to our logo question, Tuesday's Best, brought to you by Kyle Rogers, Remax Realty. I like the Colorado Avalanche logo. The Houston Oilers logo is a classic. All right, Oilers logo, good. The simple Derek logo that evolved in the early 60s, and then it was on a baby blue helmet at first, as you guys know, then a silver helmet into the early mid-70s, and then finally the classic. Somebody woke up and said, hey, what if we just put it on a white helmet? That looks good. Instantly recognizable. They have tried to duplicate it a couple of times over the years I think one of the USFL teams, is like the Derricks or something. I don't know. Oilers logo right up there. The Avalanche logo with the Avalanche wrapped around the A and everything, it's a little busy for me. I said busy. Just a little busy. Jeff on YouTube, you can be on YouTube as well. Ryan Iatts Raiderland channel, subscribe. As much as it pains me to say, and it does greatly, the Longhorns logo is classic. Okay, yeah. Texas Longhorns, that logo that comes about in the 1960s. It's simple, it's sleek, it's instantly recognizable. Sorry, I got something gunking up on my contact right there. Yeah. It's eminently recognizable, and nobody else really can use it now that they have owned it since the 1960s. Before that, it really wasn't a thing, but it became a thing in the 60s, and there you go. And I agree, it meets my litmus test of when you see it, do you know what it is? And that's why I love the double T, the real double T, because on helmets and otherwise, it stands out, and you immediately go, okay, yeah, I know what that is. Pretty simple. Jeff, and in the NHL, nothing better than the St. Louis Blues Blue Note. It's a good logo. I mean, I wouldn't put it in my favorites or anything, but yeah. The Dallas Cowboys logo, can we make the star big again on the helmets? Is that too much to ask? I know we have the new helmets have all these little air ducts and air flaps and all this stuff going on. Hey, make the logos bigger on the helmets again. It's one of the big problems in the NFL right now. The logos on the helmets keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Make it like it was in the 60s and 70s and 80s, where that damn star took up half the helmet. The tips of the star were coming down by the ear hole. Now it's just an itty bitty little thing. The Cowboys star, again, simple. Tex Schramm, thank you very much, 1960s. As they went for the white helmet with the blue star and transitioned to the silver helmet with the blue star that stood out. Simple and easy. Damn near formal wear. Andy, I agree with you. It's one of the great logos. That's the Tuesday's best topic today. We ask you on Tuesdays on the website, give us the two best of a certain category discussion or otherwise. And today it is college or sports, or college or pro. College or pro. Greatest logos. I got to check. Oh man, the phone's blowing up. What do we got going on here? Never know what you're going to get. Thanks, Dave. Meanwhile, back at the baseball game. Should have got rained out. Top of the 7th, 12-4. I don't know what to tell you. Just not mentally tough. This was a mentally tough kind of game. UT Rio Grande Valley, not a bad team at all by any stretch of the imagination. Are they a Big 12 team? No. Should you be better than them? Yes. Are you coming off your best stretch of baseball? Yeah. Do you have a pitcher starting today who pitched great at ACU on the road at home? Yeah. None of it translates. Nothing. 4 days in May. That's what it's all about. These games truly don't matter. Talking about Tech baseball, they truly do not. Win it, lose it, it doesn't matter. But you're still trying to sort out and find, 7 or 8 pitchers that you can count on for 4 days, and whoever can play in the field and consistently get hits. It's a month-long tryout to be on the big stage for Tech baseball in May. That's all this is right now. Guys playing for jobs, guys playing for NIL. They really ought to be approaching it that way. If I were a baseball player right now, I'm auditioning for my next job. It's like a NFL player on a bad team in the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season. You're not going to the playoffs. Everything sucked. You know what? You're playing for your next job. And now that college sports is professional sports, these baseball players ought to approach it that way. You want to get any NIL money from somebody next year, you can't be drecking around like you're doing right now. I would say the same thing for maybe some coaches. James jumping back in on Facebook. Brian Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. Again, everything free. NIL is great if someone wants to complain. Look at softball of the 80s and 90s, all UCLA and Arizona. Yeah, Jenny Finch and whoever was at UCLA. And now here we are, and Texas Tech is going to go into the NCAA tournament, host a regional, probably not a super regional unless something breaks right. And that never would have happened. Nigel Kennedy ain't walking through that door without NIL and the transfer portal. They had to both happen. So if you're enjoying Tech softball right now, then tell me again why this era sucks. And again, if you hate this era, if you hate the transfers, if you hate NIL, that's fine. I get it. But tell me, what's your magical era of college sports that you say, oh, this was perfect. This is great. This is the way it should be. This is what it should all be about. This is it. Make no mistake where you are. This is it. Don't be a fool anymore. This is it. Nobody gets that reference. That's okay. Top of the 7th. Nobody out. And Trombello out. And Carson Baugh is on. The little used Carson Baugh. 5 innings on the year, 2 hits. Earned run, 6 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And I cannot remember. He's given up a jacket. I can't remember the last time Carson Baugh pitched. But we wish him well here tonight. All right, you guys get in. What's the greatest era of college sports? We can talk about also Tuesday's best, the greatest sports logos of all time. Of all time. What are the greatest logos? Why are they great? College or pro? Lance gets in. Anything before NIL. Okay, and I think Lance is a softball fan. Tech softball sucked before NIL. So you would go back to no Nigel Kennedy, no top portal class last year. That you like that better than you like this now, because you don't get Nigel Kennedy at Texas Tech without NIL. So you want Renee Lures Gillespie in 1997 playing out at Burrell Huffman. Tech softball live from Burrell Huffman Complex. Yeah. Robert, the interlocking NY of the Yankees. And how about the logos of the old El Paso Diablos? The Diablos of the 70s and 80s had some good logos. It's almost like cheating, though, with the Yankees. And it's a great logo. And it's a great logo because basically when you're firstest, you're bestest. And they obviously weren't the first logo ever in sports. There were logos before. But really, the first national brand in the 1920s, we'll say 20s, the first national brand is that NY logo. They got there first. They win. I mean, there's nothing really artistic about it. We're from New York. What should we put on there? What about an N and a Y? Okay, we'll do that. But somebody had to do that. And that's what's interesting to me sometimes on things like this. That there had to be somebody first who wrote, in, we do the Y like that. What if we did that? Okay. Looks good. It is a great logo, not so much that it is just visually striking, that it is inherently amazingly creative. It's a great logo because it's the Yankees logo. It is what it is. But I will give you that. Now, the Diablos, I can't even begin to describe some of the logos that the El Paso Diablos had in those orange and red and yellow and all sorts of crazy things going on with their uniforms. I'm just glad I was able to actually call a baseball game from old Dudley Field in El Paso, 100 yards from the International Bridge back in the day. Folks banging on pots and pans. It's crazy stuff. Lance jumping in on Facebook. Softball white batting helmets. The white batting helmets with the Raider Red face logo on there. If you hadn't seen them this year, it's really cool. It's Raider Red. It's the mascot, Raider Red, on a white helmet. It's awesome. It's a great logo. Every Texas Tech team, and by that I mean baseball and softball, baseball needs that logo somehow. James says a simple logo in baseball is great. Cubs, Red Sox, and Rangers. Which Rangers logo? Now, the simple T Rangers logo actually came from the Toledo Mud Hens of the 1950s and 60s. That's where the Rangers, red bill, blue, everything else, white T and everything. That Rangers logo, that's the Toledo Mud Hens of the 50s and 60s. The Cubs C goes back obviously to the 1940s, a little bit in the 30s, mainly 40s. And then the Red Sox, just the B right there, just like the Brooklyn Dodgers. Jeff jumping back in on our YouTube channel. Glad you're out there. Please share it. Get everybody in there. Talking about greatest logos in sports. Toronto Maple Leafs. Simple, instantly recognizable, and they got lucky because, hey, we'll call ourselves the Maple Leafs, and what are we going to do? Oh, we'll have a leaf. But is a maple leaf really blue? Ty Domi up in the next hour to answer the question, is a maple leaf really blue? See, I just blew your mind with Toronto Maple Leafs history and knowledge right there with Ty Domi. Anybody want to fight? We'll fight. We can do that. Yeah, no, the Leafs logo, simple. And again, the best logos are either incredibly simple like that, or they get really creative and kind of crazy and like the Cotton Kings logo. That thing had a lot going on. It's a cotton bowl with a crown, and it's got a face, and it's got arms, and it's got a hockey stick, and it says Cotton Kings. And when I first saw it, Jason Rent was the original general manager of the Cotton Kings in 1999. We became friends, hung out a lot, spent a lot of good times together over there at the Fox and the Hound, or as he called it, the Pig and the Goat. Drinking Labatt's. He introduced me to Labatt's, and if we were drinking together, I was not allowed to have anything other than Labatt's. Anyways, Jason Rent, the original Cotton Kings general manager, when I first saw the logo, I'm like, this is wild. I said, it's beautiful. It's everything we wanted. We wanted something. And to this day, I don't know who created the logo. I don't know if it came from the WPHL office and their creators, or if it was somebody local. And I don't think it was somebody local, but they nailed it with that Cotton Kings logo. It's really good. And the hockey was fun and everything else was cool. And you got to hang around Canadians for a while, and that was scary. Jeff, not as the primary logo, but I'm fond of the old double T with the Masked Rider from the 70s. Actually, that goes all the way back to the 60s with the Masked Rider and the double T logo, trademark Texas Tech. Good look. It was never on any helmet, obviously. Basketball used it. You had it. Was that the logo? That wasn't at midfield in the late 70s. No, I don't think so. But it was a great secondary logo. The big thing in the 90s and into the early 2000s, Texas Tech was going to clean up all the logos, and everybody around campus was using too many logos. You had this one over here, this one over here, and they came up with the most boring, god-awful logos of all time. The Texas Tech in little skinny lettering and stuff. It was horrible. God. Never let committees or advertising agencies take over your logos. Does the NHL have the best logos among the 4 leagues? Sorry, I got something in my eye. Man, I don't know. That would be good. That'd be a good question to debate. I can't answer that question right now. You know, some of them are pretty good, some of them are weak. We need to put this to a question, to a debate. Mike, Cotton Kings logo, great. Yep. We always wanted the Cotton Kings had cheerleaders there early on and everything. We're fighting really hard to have a dance team known as the Cotton Strippers. They never would go for it. JC on YouTube outside of New York, Maple Leaf, Boston B, hockey. Yeah, hockey. I know my hockey. I worked for a hockey team for a while. I worked for a hockey team trying to bring arena football into the Hubaplex. It all makes sense if you look back. I still have not viewed an actual Buckeye, which is a nut. It's a Buckeye nut. It's a nut out of a tree. And apparently they're all over Ohio. So there's the Buckeye nut. And then that's the thing that they put on their sticker. And there you go. I don't know. I can't give you anything more than that. That one of the greatest football programs of all time in college football. Yeah, we got nuts on our helmets. What do we got? We got nuts. Do I dare check back and look where Tech baseball is? 12-4, bottom of the 7th right now. 1 out. And at this point, you got guys getting into the game that you forgot were on the team. Just an absolute bedwetting today. Should have got rained out. Robert, the Yankees went back to back to back. Hold on, back to back to back to back to start the game off. So now this is confusing here because if you go back, that means something happened forward. So it's like 5 home runs, or is that 4 jacks? What'd they do? Gotta put an end to this madness right here. Come on, let's go. The Yankees leading 9-0. I don't want box score. They scored 5 in the first. Goodness gracious, they scored 5 in the first. And in the first inning, Grisham homered to right. Aaron Judge, all rise, homer to right. Rice homers to right. And then Goldschmidt strikes out looking. Oh, no. Ground out to shortstop. So that's 3 in a row. And then Bellinger, a home run to right. It is far. It is deep. It is high. Bellinger will touch them all. And then Chisholm doubled, and there you go, and get another one in. So it was 3 in a row. 3 in a row, and then you get the Bellinger home run. I can do better play-by-play watching a box score than some people can watching a game. Hi there, I said it out loud. Yeah, it's like the Yankees hit home runs. It's like they're good. All right, a few more minutes left. Greatest era of college sports. You guys never answered my question tonight. Nobody could answer it. I'm not surprised. Doesn't shock me. Not shocking at all. Not shocking at all. Tuesday's best, greatest sports logos of all time. Tomorrow, more Tech baseball for you, weather permitting. Everybody stay safe out there tonight. I think it's going to get a little squirrely when the sun goes down here in West Texas, so keep an eye out on that. I think the dry line is going to back up a little bit, and if you are west of Lubbock to about Highway 385, watch out for all that mess because I think we might get some stuff. Nothing severe. I think rain that way, but severe. You guys be careful off the Caprock. This stuff ain't going to end anytime real soon. In the morning, Wednesday, what if Wednesday? That means alternate history. We ask you a question. What if something different happened in the history of sports or otherwise? You tell us what would have happened different. So get in on that. Share this. If you do anything for us tonight, subscribe to all of our channels: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, and then share this with all of your friends. Put it on your Facebook page, Twitter feed, YouTube channel, everything else you got. We appreciate that. That's the best thing you do for our friends at Gators Bayou, for our friends at Lifts West, for our friends at United Supermarkets, on the United Supermarkets chat line. Oh, hold on. This one gets in late. Obviously, read the column today. Valley Girl, underrated teen movie. Valley Girl released today, 1983. Underrated, most underrated teen movie of the 1980s. They attack the car, save the stereo. All right. I agree. I think you guys had a great show, JC, and you guys make it happen. But yeah, they're on the hot links today, theraiderland.com. Check it out in the morning column. We do have a link, I believe, to a really cool interview with the producer on Valley Girl. And if you don't know Valley Girl, you don't know your 80s movies. 100%. Good job, Mark. I appreciate you jumping in. All right, we got to get out of here. Everybody have a great night. Be weather aware. We'll see you in the morning. TheRaiderland.